Welcome to Manchester United Daily Updates. Before continuing this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Man United transfer news: Marcus Rashford asking price revealed as 3 replacements named. Marcus Rashford's future remains top of Manchester United's transfer agenda, and the Red Devils are already making plans to sign a replacement after setting an asking price. The countdown to the transfer window is well and truly on, with just days until business can be undertaken to improve Ruben Amorim's side. Manchester United have endured another difficult season so far, despite significant signings in the summer. January will prove to be Amorim's first opportunity to shape his squad. New signings could be difficult to come by, with exits perhaps required first. Marcus Rashford's future is set to dominate the month, with the forward keen on a fresh challenge. Marcus Rashford asking price. United have set an asking price of £50 million for Rashford, according to reports. The 27-year-old forward is eyeing an exit but still has a contract until 2028 with the 13 times Premier League champions. There have already been talks of a loan next month to help facilitate a move for the academy product, whose value and salary could prove difficult for prospective suitors. That has not stopped the Red Devils outlining their main targets to replace the forward, however. It's claimed that Napoli's Kvaratskhelia, Athletic Bilbao's Nico Williams, and Brighton's Kaoru Mitoma are top of United's shortlist. Antony's agent admission. Antony's agent, Junior Pedroso, has revealed there is concrete interest from other clubs in signing his client next month, but that United have shown no indication that they are planning to part ways with the Brazilian. Yes, many clubs have approached us for Antony's move in January, he told Fabrizio Romano. These clubs wanted to understand the situation for Antony, so I can confirm that there's concrete interest. To be fair, Manchester United have never expressed any interest to sell or loan out Antony to us. We never received this sort of communication so far. Man United management never told us that they want Antony to leave, despite the reports we see around about our client. I can say that Antony's future is very much tied to Manchester United's interests, the agent added. If the club thinks it would be a good idea to loan Antony out in January so he can get more minutes and regain his trust, we will work together on that option. United have received a boost in the chase for Victor Gyökeres after Arsenal decided against making a move for the Sporting CP striker. The Red Devils have widely been linked to ensuring a reunion between Gyökeres and new head coach Amorim, but there would be no shortage of competition to sign the Sweden international. Reports now suggest Arsenal have turned their backs on chasing Gyökeres' signature and instead have sent scouts to watch Atalanta's Matteo Retegui. Manchester United coach Ruben Amorim reacts to Bruno Fernandes and Andre Onana incidents. Bruno Fernandes and Andre Onana were most responsible for Man United's latest Premier League defeat at Wolves. Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim stopped short of claiming Andre Onana was fouled for Wolves playmaker Matheus Cunha's goal. United conceded directly from a corner for the second week running after Cunha's in-swinger looped over Onana, who claimed he was fouled as he attempted to punch the ball. Onana was sandwiched between Wolves defenders Matt Doherty and Santiago Bueno for Cunha's corner. Although there was slight contact from both opponents, the video assistant referee stuck with the on-pitch decision by referee Tony Harrington to award the goal. United's backup goalkeeper, Altay Bayındır, was beaten in identical circumstances by Tottenham winger Son Heung-min in last week's League Cup quarter-final loss, and Amorim referenced that goal. "The same way that I saw Tottenham," he replied when asked about Cunha's winner. "When you are jumping, the slightest touch against Tottenham was in the arm, today was in the back. When you touch someone when he's jumping, it's really hard to catch the ball. So that's it." Amorim blanked Bruno Fernandes after he was sent off in the 47th minute for a second booking. Fernandes had been cautioned in the first half for tripping Cunha, and he received a second card for a late foul on Nelson Semedo. "I am always frustrated with a red card, but it can happen," Amorim added. "He wants to go to the ball, it's not like he wants to stop a player with a yellow. He wants to go to the ball, but the other guy touches the ball first, there is contact, and that thing is tough on him also." Manchester United player ratings versus Wolves as one player scores 2 out of 10 in awful defeat. Man United were beaten by Wolves in the Premier League on Boxing Day, and here are how the players rated at Molineux. Manchester United were beaten 2-0 by Wolves in the Premier League on Boxing Day. Neither side managed to find a goal in the first half, with Andre Onana and José Sá producing a couple of decent saves. United were reduced to 10 men shortly after the break as Bruno Fernandes picked up a second yellow card for a foul on Nelson Semedo. United conceded directly from a corner for the second week running after Matheus Cunha's cross floated over Onana and into the back of the net. Hwang Hee-chan scored in stoppage time to make it 2-0. Here are how the players rated at Molineux. Andre Onana made a first-half save from Jørgen Strand Larsen, but his winter of discontent continued with another howler from Matheus Cunha's corner. 3. Leny Yoro booked early on for hauling down Matheus Cunha but was not greatly deterred. Substituted when United chased the game. 6. Harry Maguire. One of the few who matches Wolves' physicality, but they bypassed any of United's aerially adept players for the decisive goal. 6. Lisandro Martinez. A first-half performance that suggested he was back to his old self. He was powerless to do anything about Onana's incompetence. 6. Noussair Mazraoui crossed for a good early opening that Bruno Fernandes and Rasmus Højlund wasted. Moved into the back three for most of the second half. 6. Manuel Ugarte started well, but his influence faded as United got worse and he received a needless booking that triggers a one-match suspension. 6. Kobbie Mainoo played 2 passes into touch that were so poor the natives sarcastically cheered them. At a ground where he scored the winner in February, he looked a shadow of that player. 4. Diogo Dalot had a shot easily saved by José Sá in what was one of a handful of attempts on target of note from United. Skinned by Nelson Semedo for a disallowed goal. 5. Amad far too frivolous with the ball and seemed to be caught between 2 stools as he hugged the touchline, yet was purportedly a playmaker. 5. Bruno Fernandes booked for cynically appending Matheus Cunha and needlessly fouled Nelson Semedo for a second yellow. Let his teammates down again. 2. Rasmus Højlund. Another boy-against-men performance from the striker, who was so easily bullied he occasionally dropped deep to avoid duels. 4. Subs. Antony, the only forward who probed Wolves. 6. Casemiro came on after United went down to 10 men and 1-0 down. 5. Christian Eriksen didn't have the desired impact. 5. Alejandro Garnacho introduced with 10 minutes to play. 4. Joshua Zirkzee came on with Garnacho. 5. Manager limited rotation, but it failed to jolt a bunch of players who jar with his 3-4-3 formation. Let down by Fernandes. It's easy to see why Amorim wanted to take over in the summer. 5. Fabrizio Romano provides crucial update on £60m, rated Man United, PSG transfer target. Victor Osimhen's transfer saga was one of the major stories last summer, with Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain reportedly battling for the Nigerian striker's signature. Now, after regaining the form that made him a standout in the 2022-23 season at Galatasaray, he is set to attract even more interest from Europe's top clubs next year. Following a failed move away from Napoli, the 25-year-old joined Galatasaray on loan, where he has been in excellent form. In just 15 appearances this season, he has scored 12 goals and provided 5 assists. TBR Football's chief correspondent, Graham Bailey, reported on Tuesday, citing sources, that intermediaries have approached Manchester United with the opportunity to sign Victor Osimhen. Manchester United's footballing department, under the leadership of Jason Wilcox, is reportedly assessing their options. However, the club is not currently in a position to agree to a direct £60 million deal. The report also suggests that Napoli may be open to accepting a player in exchange for the 25-year-old striker. Fabrizio Romano reveals latest on Victor Osimhen in his GivenSport newsletter. Transfer expert Fabrizio Romano shared that Victor Osimhen's potential mid-season move from Napoli is not easy. He explained that any interested club would need to activate his release clause and agree to a substantial salary. "I'm not aware of concrete talks taking place, despite links with Man United," Romano said. "The situation remains quiet at the moment. The only way to change it is triggering the clause into his Napoli contract. He's on loan at Galatasaray, and also reaching an agreement on salary close to €11 million net per season. Not an easy one." RMC Sport recently revealed that PSG has reached out to Osimhen, who is aware of their interest but remains happy in Turkey, where he's been warmly received. Meanwhile, Caught Offside reported that Arsenal and Chelsea are also considering forward options, with Osimhen and Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic among their targets. Ruben Amorim's decision to leave Marcus Rashford out of the group for the recent Manchester derby has fueled speculation about the forward's future at Manchester United. According to Ben Jacobs of Give Me Sport, Paris Saint-Germain hasn't made any recent moves for Rashford, but their sporting advisor, Luis Campos, is keeping a close eye on the situation. PSG president Nasser Al-Khelaifi has previously been in contact with Rashford's representatives. However, further discussions are unlikely unless Rashford expresses genuine interest in joining the French club. This measured stance follows Rashford's decision to sign a 5-year contract extension with Manchester United in July 2023. Jacobs also mentioned that Rashford is open to exploring opportunities in La Liga, with Barcelona reportedly viewing him as a strong addition to their squad. However, financial constraints make